Hey guys, welcome back. This is a reading of the parable of Luke, and this will be Luke 15:11 through 32. And this parable is really a depiction of God's love for us, His children, and for the restoration of us believers' fellowship with Him. So God's forgiving nature is a good representation of how we can be forgiving in our lives. So the Father in the story's forgiving nature is a representation of God, while the younger son kind of represents the lost and then found, and then the elder brother represents more of a self-righteous position. So the parable of the prodigal son is a good representation of how we can find ourselves in each one of these guys' position throughout our life. And discover what that means to us in this story. So hey, enjoy. I know I did. Get something out of it. And as always, God bless. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, today I got something a little special for you. Something a little different. So today we are going to look at Luke 15:11 through 32. Jesus continued, "There was a man who had two sons. The younger said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and then he squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went on and hired himself out to be a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. And the son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son.' But the father said to his servants, 'Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dance, and so he called one of the servants to ask him what was going on. He said, 'Your brother has come,' he replied, 'and your father has killed the fattened calf because he has him back safe and sound.' The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered to his father, 'Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders, yet you never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you kill the fattened calf for him.' 'My son,' the father said, 'you are always with me, and everything I have is yours.' But we had to celebrate and be glad, because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is now found."